The letter M is one of the most commonly misdrawn by beginners, and that is simply because the weight is usually put in the wrong place. I fell into this when I was a beginner, so don't be embarrassed by it. It's just one of those things you learn as you go along. A lot of times people will put the weight on both of the outer stems instead of on the diagonal line in that stem. So if you're drawing, you're going up, down, up, down. So we're only weighting the downstroke. So that's the easy way to remember where to properly weight it. These worksheets are free in the caption. You can download them as a printable PDF or a Procreate file on the blog. I am just going to grab a monoline brush and a dark color and talk you through a few elements of the letter M. So when you draw the frame of the letter M, it will be symmetrical. You'll have an even space here and here. When you start adding weight, it will start to look a little off. That's okay. That means you're doing it right. So we are adding our thick downstrokes here and here. All right. So let's just, and I usually just play with, let's see, I'm on my practice layer. I'm gonna make this just a bit bigger. I'll start here, and you're always gonna end up with a bit of a flat line here and here. And like I said, it's a little tricky because you're adding thicker weight to your downstrokes. So I'm just going to start with a little weight that's thicker there, cap it off. I'm gonna trace my line essentially on that side, and I might thicken it once I get to the other half. The midpoint of your M down here is called the vertex. I had mine come all the way down to the baseline. And now on this one, I'm gonna have it come, I'm gonna just eyeball being about the same distance. Your midpoint can come all the way down, or it can be a little higher. I tend to prefer it all the way down. And then if we're breaking rules, you can have it, typically it comes below this midline, but if you're breaking rules and like playing with style, you can of course break that. But since we're talking about the proper ways to draw letters in this series, I am going to stick with that. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little, since this one was thin, we kept it where it was on that line, but this one's gonna be thicker. So we're gonna come over a little farther. And then I'm just tapping my finger down to make sure my line is nice and straight. That looks a little too thick to me already, so I'm gonna make it a little thinner. And once I have everything capped off, I can start adding my color to kind of see how my letter is coming. You can always come in with an eraser and kind of scooch up that baseline if you got it too far. And then I've showed you this trick in the past, but what I like to do to kind of check my thickness is draw a straight line on a new layer, and then, oops, I got a dot over there and shift it over. And you can see that I got that pretty close. So eyeballing it, if you're pretty good at eyeballing it, you can typically do that just fine. So now let's talk about serif placement. So you can do a few different things. You can add serifs on the edges as well as the vertex. I tend to prefer my vertex without it. I think it gets a little too busy and crowded. Some people add them on both sides here. So what I like to do is kind of study classic fonts and see where they are placed. So really, that's how I learned in the beginning. And then, like I said, you can kind of break the rules or go with what works for you. And you will see variations between different classic styles as well. So some will put a serif here, some will not. So you can see on here, I've drawn mine just at the base of each. So what I mean is some people would also add one here, and that is perfectly correct as well. So you can practice those couple styles. The lowercase m is essentially the same. Your weight is staying mostly in the downstrokes. So you would be, this would be thicker. And you can kind of look and see how I weighted mine on which sides of the line. It just kind of depends on how you draw it and how you visualize it. And then what I like to do to make sure my width stays consistent is to take part of this. So what I do is grab that little selection tool. I'm gonna make sure I'm on freehand, not automatic. And I'm just gonna take part of it, circle it, and click copy and paste. And then I'm gonna bring it over here as well as here. Let's go, try to keep it about the same distance. And then it makes it really easy for me. I can just go ahead and pinch those down to come in. This is somewhat of an upstroke. So we're gonna be a little thinner here and then thicken up through that, what's called the shoulder. So something like that. And then you're gonna do the exact same thing to the other part of your M, like that. And then of course refine it a bit. And if you want to add serifs, I did add a serif in the middle on this one. I like how it looks on that. And then of course, for your script, you're starting with your frame and then just adding weight to the downstrokes. As I've demoed here, you have your arrows. So have fun practicing that one. But that is the main thing with the M, is making sure the weight is in the right place. And that is a rule I don't usually break at this point. Like I said, it was a mistake early on, but to do it properly, that is where your weight goes, always on the downstrokes. I'll see you for letter N.